Hi everyone, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a weekly plan with me. However, I am not doing anything in my Erin content today. I have been doing shorter videos only because I've had my baby, so I'm trying to transition into getting back into filming, but hence shorter videos. So I'm just going to focus on the bullet journal weekly spread setup, and it is going to be up late. I apologize for that. So today I'm filming on Monday and this video won't be up till Wednesday, but I figured that there are a lot of people out there who like to see weekly bullet journal setups. So here we go. And again, this is just continuing my Daisy themed spread. And I also didn't do my last week's because obviously I was exhausted and I had so many other things on my mind. So it did not get done, but that is okay because my whole, I guess, goal for this month is really to not pressure myself because, again, I've had a lot going on and baby is doing great. I will have my introductory video up as soon as I can. That will also be a short video because I'm pretty sure my 10-day-old won't really tolerate being on film for that long. So we'll just introduce her and it won't be anything about the birth story or anything like that, but we'll just take it from there. So I'm not really sure if I want to fast forward through this video only because I haven't actually done like a full length video for my bullet journal. I've always fast forwarded them. I can kind of talk my way through it. So I guess my two choices for black brush pens, these are the two that I have. I usually prefer my Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip. This is the soft tip and it makes kind of a larger stroke, if you will. And the Pentel Touch Feud is a little bit smaller, but if you get water on it, it does kind of leak everywhere and look terrible. So I'm going to use the Fudenosuke, and I'm going to start by labeling the top of my page just with the week, the days of the week. So I don't really know what you would call this. This is kind of like my classic go-to faux calligraphy font, if you will, because I tend to always lean to the right, the same as in cursive. I just have that classic leaning to the right look to my writing. So I really do like bouncy lettering, but right now I don't really have the space. So I'm just going to continue with this. I think the trick to doing this is just to really take your time, because I know that when I get go really fast, my writing turns really sloppy, and you know I have to look at this all week, so I really want to be able to enjoy it. So I'm going to write the same thing on this side. Okay, So now I was really thinking of doing the same type of font for the other titles on the page, but I decided to not, and I'm just going to use my Pentel Energel liquid gel ink pen in 0.7 millimeter, and just write out in print form the titles for the rest of the spread here. And as well the dates for everything. So I'm not really using lines here. I'm just going to highlight over top of these with, oh, I ended up going too many lines here. I'm just going to highlight on top of this with my colored, one of my Tombow dual brush pens. All right, and then of course we have meals. So normally if I do these spreads, usually I put events and to do on one page and then meals and groceries on the other. I decided to switch it up a tiny bit this time. And then here I'm going to have notes. So again, I have changed the font. I get bored so incredibly fast that I just like to change pretty much every aspect of anything I draw. Right? And then on to the next page. So the only box that I actually included on here was for my to-do list, just to kind of encapsulate it a tiny bit. So I will go ahead and draw that box out. Okay, and then this one, I'm just calling it to do. Sometimes I call it weekly tasks or just tasks. And sometimes I call it to do. Here I'm writing groceries, and then I just use point form to write what we need for the week. And of course, this time I left a little space for next week. Sometimes if I choose not to have like a note section or next week, I'll do a little drawing instead. But this time, I've got some things going on, some appointments and stuff. So I'd like to actually have a spot for that. And then the only little picture I've drawn here is just a little vase with some daisies in it. Okay, and then the rest is, I'm actually going to take an eraser and just erase all of the writing. So normally I do this off camera, but because I'm going to go over top of it with my marker, sometimes I notice if I don't erase the pencil, the marker seems to keep the pencil locked in, if that makes sense. And then you can totally see the pencil underneath the marker, even if you try to erase it afterwards. So I'm just going to give it a little erase here. And truthfully, I actually prefer my Tombow dust catch eraser. It's like a black eraser, but this is the one I have on hand. It's just a Statler Mars plastic regular school eraser. Okay, and then I'll do this side here. Okay, so once that's all done, I like to color it up a little bit. So I'm going to use this orange. This is my 946 Tombow Dual Brush Pen. I'm just going to color in the center of all of the flowers with this color. And I'll keep the rest of the flower white. And then with a darker yellowish color, I'm going to use this one here. This is 985. I will highlight the titles. And then I also like to highlight just the lines where I put the dates for the events and the meals. So it kind of gives it an outline of where I can write between, especially if I'm not putting anything in boxes. And the same with meals. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to do is just give a drop shadow to this box with the same yellow marker. It ended up being way bigger than I thought it was, but that's okay. And I think that's pretty much it. So this spread is, again, very simple. I say that about all my weekly spreads because they are. They have 4 sections. This one, of course, does have the 6 with the notes in next week. And just because I wanted to add a little bit of extra area to write out plans for this week and next week because I've got some appointments, we've got some things coming up that we need to get done. So that is it for the spread. I know this video is very short, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, it'll be posted Wednesday and Friday. I'm going to have something else posted. And then I'm hoping that I can get back into my regular Plan With Me and my Erin Condren for Monday. So I'm going to see if I can figure something out for Thursday, if I can film. I'll be there probably most likely be Thursday. So I'll see, and if not, I'll try to have something else posted. Again, it's been very difficult for me to film long videos, so I'm just trying to transition into it. So I hope you guys will just kind of stay with me until I can figure stuff out, until I can readjust to this new addition in our lives. And until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead. Please, if you're new here, I'd love if you subscribed. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell button so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye now.